Welcome to CareU Animation. Today, I'm going to show you how to create an animated story video for children in Canva, step by step, in the easiest way possible. Children's animated stories are not only fun and popular, but they also have great earning potential. Step 1 is to start with a solid idea. My suggestion: always create the first draft idea yourself. That's where your creativity shines. AI is amazing for polishing and expanding, but if you rely fully on it, the results can feel repetitive or flat. So start simple. For example, in my case, the idea was about two boys who discover something magical that takes them on a big adventure. That's all I'll share for now, because we'll unfold the rest later in this tutorial. Step 2 is where we take our simple draft idea and turn it into a complete, structured story using ChatGPT. Now, this step is very important because while our initial idea is just a short thought, ChatGPT helps us expand it into detailed scenes, narration, and even visual prompts. But here's the key. The way you write your prompt decides how good your output will be. So let me show you exactly how I did it. On the screen, you'll see the exact prompt I typed. Notice how I gave clear instructions. I described the two main characters in detail, mentioned their age, their clothes, their personality, and I asked ChatGPT to create the story scene by scene with narration and image prompts. The reason for repeating the character details in every scene is to maintain character consistency. Otherwise, AI sometimes changes their look midway. So, once I sent the prompt, here's the output ChatGPT gave me. You can see it created a full 8-scene story. Each scene includes what's happening, how the children should look, the background description, and even suggested text for the voiceover. This makes it much easier later when we go into Canva because we already know what kind of images and animations we need to create. So in this step, what we've done is take a simple idea, expand it with a smart prompt, and receive a structured story draft ready for animation. This is the real power of AI. It doesn't replace your creativity, but it multiplies it. Now we move on to step 3, which is all about refining our story into a polished script that's ready for animation. In this step, I gave ChatGPT a very specific and detailed prompt. On the screen, you'll see exactly what I wrote. I asked it to create a complete script of the story with properly detailed descriptions of the two 5-year-old boys. I made sure to emphasize that each boy should have his own distinct look and identity, so viewers can easily recognize who is who throughout the story. Another important part of my prompt was about character consistency. I specifically told ChatGPT not to just say same as above, but to repeat the full description of each character every single time they appear in a scene. Why? Because this makes sure the AI doesn't accidentally change their appearance when generating images later. Now look at the output ChatGPT gave me. It didn't just write narration, it broke the story down scene by scene. For each scene, it explained the characters' actions, their expressions, the background, and even gave us prompts for image creation. This is powerful because we now have a full script that guides both the voiceover and the visuals step by step. So in this step, what started as a simple idea has now become a structured, scene-wise animated script, complete with narration lines and image prompts. And the best part? The characters stay consistent from beginning to end. In step 4, we asked ChatGPT to create a scene-wise narration for the voiceover that fits perfectly with our 8-scene story. And the result was truly amazing. Each scene now has its own clear and engaging narration, making the story flow naturally and ready for animation. This is where everything starts coming to life. So keep watching step by step and don't miss any part of this process because what's coming next is going to be even more exciting. In step 5, we took the script we had prepared for our story's voiceover and moved over to Google AI Studio for voice generation. Here, we selected the native speech generation option, chose single speaker mode, and pasted our text directly into the window. Next, we picked our preferred speaker and pressed the Run button. Within just a few seconds, Google AI Studio created a natural, professional quality voice in the form of an MP3 file. What makes this tool so powerful is that it's completely free, offers a wide variety of speaker options. Finally, we downloaded the generated voice file ready to be used in Canva for the next stage of our project. In step 6, we moved on to image generation with Picluma AI. Since we had already prepared our scene-wise prompts, the process was simple and exciting. We opened Picluma, one of the best free AI tools for creating images, and clicked on the Create button. Then we pasted our prompt into the window, selected the image size, and pressed Generate. Picluma instantly provided us with 2 images for every single prompt. We carefully reviewed them and downloaded the best results. Following the same process, we generated all of our story's images one by one. These are still static images, but in the upcoming step, we'll transform them into dynamic video clips, and that's where the real magic begins. In step 7, we take our static images to the next level using Meta AI. This free and powerful tool allows us to transform still pictures into animated video clips with just a few clicks. We simply upload each image one by one, type the command Animate, and press the button to let Meta AI do its magic. In just moments, it generates smooth MP4 video files that bring every scene to life. We repeat this process for all of our story images until every scene has its own animated clip. Now we've got everything we need: our voiceover MP3 file and animated video clips for each scene. The final step is to compile everything into one polished video, and for that, we'll use Canva. In step 8, we bring everything together inside Canva to create our final video. We start by opening Canva, clicking on Video, and selecting the size 1920 by 1080 HD. On the blank page, we first choose a moving background video, which sets the stage for placing our scene clips one by one. Next, we upload both our audio narration file and the animated video clips we created earlier. We place the audio on the timeline, and as we listen carefully, we break it into sections that match each scene. To do this, we simply select a page and use the shortcut Ctrl+S to split it in line with the narration. Once the first section is ready, we drop in the video clip of scene 1 and adjust the timeline so that the audio and visuals flow together seamlessly. With scene 1 complete, we continue this same process for all remaining scenes, gradually building the story until the full video is complete. Before I show you the complete video with audio, let me share a few important enhancements I made. I added free sound effects of birds and animals like monkeys, lions, and elephants directly from the Elements tab under the Audio section. All you need to do is search for the sound you want, then place it at the right scene and exact moment in the timeline. In the same way, I included a free video clip of a lion speaking, which I found under the Elements tab in the Video section by simply searching lion. Adding these small touches makes the animation far more engaging and gives it that viral potential. Now, the tutorial portion is complete. It's time to watch the full animated story we've created step by step together in this session. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical guides like this. And please leave your feedback on the animated video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, sit back and enjoy the final video we've produced.
In a quiet bedroom, two little friends found an old adventure book. Excited, they began to read, but soon their eyes grew heavy. As the pages turned, they drifted into sleep. They awoke in a magical dreamland surrounded by a lush green forest. Two camels knelt before them, as if waiting. Wow! Look, Hamza! Camels just for us! Let's ride them and explore. Together, they rode along the riverside. Birds flew, butterflies danced, and the forest shimmered with colors. The boys laughed with joy, soaking in the beauty. But then, the forest grew quiet. Animals appeared: monkey, rabbit, deer, elephant, and a mighty lion. Their eyes held sadness. Why do they look so worried? The lion, gentle, deep voice, said, "Humans are cutting our forest. Our homes are disappearing. Please help us." The boys listened with heavy hearts. The animals feared for their future. "This is so wrong. We must do something." Silently, the boys rode along the riverbank. The water reflected the trees and the animals' sorrow. Suddenly, a voice called their names, pulling them away. They opened their eyes. Back in their bedroom, the adventure book lay beside them. The dream had left a message. "Let's share the story. People must know." And so they wrote down everything they had seen. Their stories spread like fire. A campaign began. Families, children, and leaders raised their voices. The government acted, forests were saved, and animals protected. We did it, Hamza! The animals are safe. Moral: nature is our home. If we destroy forests, we destroy life itself. Protecting animals means protecting our own future.